And of course, we got to use our cue ball today. So right now I'm going to use the time I have left in my planning period to finish preparing the little treat for today's Reading Detectives Agency. Good morning, welcome to my channel. My name is Mariely Sanchez and I am a 4th grade teacher in South Florida. Today is Thursday and it is the second part of our week-long vlog. To check out the first part of this week's vlog, you can check out the link in the description box, or if I try to remember, I'll put a card up here so you can also check that out before today. But we are currently in specials right now. The students are in PE and I wanted to kind of show you what we've been working on so far. Besides working on their daily language arts warm-up and finishing some assignments that I needed them to finish from last week and this week, I introduced the students to an activity that I wanted them to work on only during Morning Do Now so that they can have a break and incorporates art and creativity, but it also focuses on Earth Day having been earlier this week. But it should not only be one day, it should be every single day of the year and every year for the end of time. And on top of that, I'm also having them write a haiku because we're also in Poetry Month. So this is what I was showing them, and I'll just guide you through my daily slides so that you can see. Here are my slides for Thursday, and today I have the students compliment each other. Let me put this in full screen. So this is what I showed the students this morning after they walked in, and I had them give 3 genuine compliments to 3 students. And I gave them some prompts in case they didn't know how to start. You can say, I really like your blank or nice blank. And then this is their do now. So they were finishing up on their daily language arts warm up. And then I had them finish up any assignments that they haven't finished and then create their poster celebrating Earth Day. And this, I just linked it to another PowerPoint that I have with examples. And this is the cool thing about PowerPoint. If you link it to another PowerPoint, it's like if it's part of your PowerPoint. So it just shows the next PowerPoint, like if it's playing the show, so that I can go through and show the students some examples of Earth Day posters that they could work on. And after I'm done, I can just click next and it brings me back to my original PowerPoint showing my daily slides. And then I have some early finisher activities for them. This is how our schedule is going to look for today. So right now they're in PE. When they come back, and yeah, we have a long time for do now today because I need the students to finish their work. It's very important. And our specials start at 9:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So when they come back from PE, we're gonna have our science lesson along with our social studies. They need to finish their collages and start presenting. And then it's time for lunch. Then we are having math review. We're finishing up our assessment packet. We're going to play a Mission Impossible game with those questions. And then we have our Reading Detectives Agency room transformation. So we're finishing up the questions for the rocket passages that we started reading yesterday that we played the Mission Impossible game with. And then we are going to start Mission 2, which is Craft and Structure. I want to show you some neat little slides that I added to our Reading Detectives field guide that I haven't shown yet. But once we go over Craft and Structure, we're also going to play the Mission Impossible game, which brings us back to the Mission Impossible board. But this time we are continuing from yesterday's game, so I have to put their avatars or game pieces back on the board. I'll show you in a minute if you haven't seen my previous vlog so that I can show you what I mean by that. And then after that, we're going to end the day with some narrative writing. We're still working on our water drop that travels through the water cycle. And then it's dismissal. So that's pretty much our daily slides for today. Now, as I mentioned, I wanted to show you the new slides that I added to my Reading Detectives field guide. I'm not actually printing these for the students yet. I don't know if I'll be able to do it because I'm still working on it. This is something that I lost last school year when my previous hard drive stopped working. But going to the new slides, let me put this full screen so that you can see. I went ahead and I created like a case file kind of page for each of the standards or categories that we are going to be focusing on in the reading test. I'm going to be doing something similar to this for math, but as you can see in the poster, it's titled with the category. So category 1 is key ID and details. I chose some symbols to represent that. And I put here the percentage of the test that's going to come from this category. And then I listed the standards for both literary and informational text so that they know what will be assessed on the test when they take it. Then we have category 2, which is craft and structure. And for this one, this is the little symbol because authors craft and structure their words. And when we are working with how the author structures their word, we're looking at vocabulary, we're looking at text structure, and we're also looking at point of view. And then this is the integration of knowledge and ideas, which is category 3. And again, looking at both literary and informational text. And the last one is language and editing, which is category 4. I did not include the writing standards here because on the reading test that they're taking next week, they're going to be assessed on these language standards. But the writing standards are also part of category 4. So that's really what I wanted to show you because I'm very proud of how they look. And as you can see, this is the symbol for language and editing. And this is the symbol for integration of knowledge and ideas because you're looking across passages. These are the pieces for the Mission Impossible game. I gave the students 2 options because I didn't know which one to choose. I gave them the person with the magnifying glass or the badge, and this is headquarters. So the whole purpose is that headquarters is on one side of the grid, and then all their avatars are on the other side of the grid. And then they have to roll the dice to determine the direction that they're going to move, and then roll another dice to determine the number of steps or spaces they're going to move as they try to get to headquarters. I'll show you a little bit more about it later. And this is my poster that I am working on. This is my example that I'm giving to the students for their Earth Day poster. And it's not finished, it's a work in progress. I kind of started coloring it. I did sketch it out with pencil. But this is basically Mother Earth holding onto the earth, and this is a tree, but the tree turns into the earth, and the tree actually turns into 2 different hands. And right here, the earth has a crack with like a band-aid, but water is flowing out of it, and it's a night scene. So I have stars and I have the moon. So I can't wait to get it all finished and show it to the kids, but they have been seeing me do this as I go along. It's now the end of the day, and we ended up having our science lesson after lunch. After that, we started our Mission Impossible game with our math review packet. And then I had to stop and talk to the students about how important they are, how worthy they are. These little babies, some of them are going through some things that are making them very sad. And I'm just trying to be there for them and remind them how loved they are. And that just also takes a toll on me because I absorb their energies and their feelings, and I start feeling for them. And it was important at the end because I reminded them how much I love them and how much I want to be there for them and how important and special they are. So if you kind of hear me a little bit in like sad little tone, it's just that because my heart just goes out for all of them. I care for my students so much. Right now, I just want to show you very quickly the life cycle of the alligator and the butterfly that I created for them to complete. And then I'm just going to call it a day for today and take you on to tomorrow because I'm going to go home with my baby. So let me show you this really quickly. This is the life cycle of a reptile, and it just goes over the American alligator. I also included this little passage here to give them more information about the alligator. And then they put in order the life cycle steps. And then on the back, I went ahead and put the butterfly life cycle, so life cycle of an insect. And I gave them information about the zebra long-winged butterfly, which is Florida state butterfly. Now, this lesson was going over the life cycle of Florida animals. So we went over the alligator, we went over the butterfly, we went over the leatherback sea turtle, and we also went over the Florida panther. Overall, it was a really good science lesson, and of course, we got to use our cue ball today, and the students got to share one thing that they learned from their science lesson. They thought it was cool, and I have to say, this survives being thrown and falling to the floor. I mean, it was pretty good. And also something else that I forgot to do was wearing my fedora for the detectives agency transformation. I have completely forgotten to wear this hat the last 2 days, but I try to remember to wear it today, at least for the math game that we played with Mission Impossible. So there you have it. That has been our Thursday, and now I'm going to move you on to Friday. Hello everyone and welcome to Friday. So today I am actually coming to you during our specials in the afternoon. We've had a really good morning with the students finishing their Earth Day posters and working on their haikus about the earth. And of course, they were also completing some assignments that they needed to finish. And then we proceeded to go into social studies where they got a few minutes to complete their collage posters and then they presented. Since I'm coming to you after that, I'm going to insert some clips of what they did this morning here. As the students were presenting, the rest of the class was taking notes. They had to write 3 things that each group contributed to Florida. So we had the African Americans, the Native Americans, the Hispanic Americans, the European Americans, and the Asian Americans. So it's a really good presentation. And then the students went ahead and continued working on their Mission Impossible for the reading passage that we were working on. So that was a lot of fun. We finished one reading passage and then we started another one. And we're going to go a little bit into that one because I still have a team that needs to finish that question. And then we're going to go into math where they're going to continue playing the Mission Impossible game. And then we're going to end the day with some science. Also, another fun thing that happened this morning was this. Let me insert the clip here. Look who paid us a visit today.
Hello. I came by surprise and I love it.
She's using our cue ball. She thinks it's awesome.
I think it's awesome. I can't hear myself, but like everyone else does.
We hear her over there for sure. Yay! So as you can see, Ms. Guzman is substituting today at our school, so she dropped in during her lunchtime to say hello, and I may just see her after school. All right, so right now I'm going to use the time I have left in my planning period to finish preparing the little treat for today's Reading Detectives Agency. These are the tags for today's treat, and this is their treat. It's little rings with googly eyes, and I'm just going to place them here with a little bit of tape, and that will be their little treat for today. I got these rings from Party City, and they're wiggle eye rings, just in case you were wondering.
What moves pollen, birds and bees, or just a little breeze might even lead to pollination. How plants make seeds, they need to move for pollen just a little, you see.
It's It's now the end of the day, and we continued with our Mission Impossible game after lunch with reading. We finished one of those texts. They started reading the following one, but we're not going to do that one until next week, Monday. And then we continued our Mission Impossible math game from yesterday, and that was a lot of fun. We didn't get to finish that one either, but next week we'll just finish it maybe with a quick game of Mission Impossible. And as you saw in the speed throughs, I got to make 2 treats for the kids today. So the little one with the ring with the googly eyes and the popcorn for pop and context clues. Now, I wanted to quickly show you because the students started writing their haikus for their Earth Day posters, and I gave them 2 examples on the board. Let me show you that real quick. This is my poster, Heal the Earth. So I wrote, we only have one precious planet to call home. Please help heal the Earth. And then another one, it's easy to see how we're hurting our planet, would you help heal her? So those are the haikus that I gave them as examples. Now they haven't finished working on that, so they'll finish next week because not everyone had an opportunity to write their haikus. But that's pretty much what we ended up doing today. And I just got another surprising news. So you saw the clip before of Miss Guzman paying me a visit today. Well, she's right here. And she's gonna share something in the camera. Let's face this way. You stand here. So, Ms. Guzman, please share with our audience what's going on.
I just got hired as a full-time teacher.
Yes, not for next year.
And I am her neighbor.
She's my neighbor. We share a wall. And she doesn't start next week because graduation is next week, but she starts a week after that. So
I'm so excited.
we're going to end the year together.
I know.
I'm like, this is awesome. I'm so excited.
Me too.
I mean, this is an amazing end to the week because it's been a tough week on so many levels, but
sometimes like things happen for a reason, and maybe I came and maybe give you a little bit of good news, and I'm so happy that I got to make you happy
yes,
this week. I'm so
you're
happy
so
that I got to make you happy.
She's awesome, guys. And she's here forever.
I know.
All right, so I'm actually going to end the vlog right now because I have to dash out of here. My son is going to prom, so we got to do a couple things. But I can't wait to talk to you next week and check in with this one to see how she's doing.
I'm excited.
So I hope you're enjoying coming along with me on this 2-day vlog. Make sure you check out the first part of this week, which will be linked down below. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought or any questions you may have. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. Have a beautiful, magical day, and don't forget to smile. Hello, dreamers, wishers, and magical thinkers. Thank you so much for making it to the very end of this video and for showing your support. If you'd like to subscribe, you can do so by clicking on my picture down here. You can also check out my latest videos here and here. Don't forget to believe in the magic that's inside you because you are capable of great things. See you next time.